everyone, I'm Danielle from Cageless Readings. So today's pick a card. I don't have a direct question. I had just pulled a few cards asking what the collected needed in this week's pick a card reading, and the general theme I got was that a lot of people were being influenced by the uncertainty and fear of the collective around them and could use some guidance on refocusing and realigning with themselves and their higher self. So with that in mind, I'm just leaving this card reading up to whatever you need to hear right now, whatever your angels and guides want you to know right now. So we have 3 piles to choose from. And the first one is this Amethyst. The card with it says, true personal growth is about transcending the part of you that is not okay and needs protection. Pile 2 is this piece of citrine. And the card with it says, most of life will unfold in accordance with forces far outside your control, regardless of what your mind says about it. And then pile 3 is this piece of clear quartz cluster. And it says, would you like to go beyond yourself? Would you like to feel no edges? And sorry, I realized my one thumbnail, it looks like it's really dirty, but it's just outgrowing. I had smashed it against a cabinet accidentally, so it's almost better, but it just looks kind of gross still. Sorry, it's not dirt under my nails, it's just the remainder of a hurt thumb. Okay, yeah, so please go ahead and take a few deep breaths, preferably 4 deep breaths down through your nose and out through your mouth, or visualize roots growing from your feet all the way down to the center of Mother Earth. Or you can do both or something else, whatever grounds you. And then just take a look at each pile and go from there. See which one stands out for you, if any of them have a message for you. For the healing today, it will be at the end for all the collective of this card reading. If you would like to receive that, the timestamp will be in the description box below, and it will say Reiki Healing. Hello, pile 1. You all chose this piece of amethyst. I'm just going to put all the cards out and then we'll go over what came out for you. Oh wow, you got 2 no cards. Let's see what's going on there. That's really funny. I don't know if I've ever seen 2 come out like that before. Okay, pile 1, so first few messages coming in right away for you all is I wanted to really address like the romance cards here. Very interesting. So if there is someone that you've been having a crush on, or that you've been, I guess I would say crush, I feel like those kind of exciting start of a connection type of feelings. And what I see here is, and where I think that influence from the peers around you might be coming in, is when I was first looked into this or tuned into the energy here, I saw this like really cool connection, like this really, like, you're excited, there's a lot of romance, there's a lot of tension in this this romantic interest. But then I got that where people might be trying to lead you astray is I see all these people influencing your opinions on this person, and that I like see that for you, you are interested in them, but I feel like you're almost not paying any attention to them or pretending to not be as interested in them, because the people around you, I feel like they like gossip about this person a lot, or say like, oh, did you hear what they were doing? Oh, they did this. Like I just hear a lot of like negative language being used around them, and I don't know if these people know that you even have a crush on this person or intrigued by this person, but I get that you almost have like a little bit of a secret flirting thing going on with someone, and that you've been hesitant because of these other people influencing your opinions or decisions about them. So what's coming in here is it's saying, it says like right here, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And I should just say, like, I'm not getting a lot of information on this connection. I don't know if, I don't really get the impression that it is for sure long-term or short-term. I just get that there's a lot of excitement around this connection and a lot of interest and intrigue. And it's just saying, like, if you're interested, if it makes you feel good, then just explore that a little bit and not be too worried about what other people are saying. I just get the words that it's gossip. Yes, there can be some truth in gossip, and yes, there can also just be other people's opinions in it. So they're just saying it's worth exploring. This could be, if not a serious relationship, just something that is fun that is fun and sparks like those like giggles in you and those butterflies in your stomach. And that's like the type of fun they're saying you're wanting. I don't mean that you have to sleep around or anything like that. I really get that it's just going to be like reminding you of why like falling in love with someone, or why going on dates can be really exciting. So it's like that type of emotion they're saying that could really benefit you, and having that like excitement to wake up and see what message they left you. Yeah, that's like, it feels really good, and it really feels like that kind of like giggles, butterflies in the stomach, excited to see if they texted you, or when they text you, you wake up and they say good morning, kind of excited, romantic interest. So I'm just going to reiterate, I don't see that necessarily it's going to be long-term or short-term. I just see that your angels think that it's worth you just experiencing that if you want to. Completely if you want to. And I almost find it funny, like they're saying here is like right now all these people might not know you like this person, and they might be gossiping or like saying things because that's what everyone else has said about them. And then I almost get that if you do decide to like maybe go on a date or entertain just dating or exploring these relationship, these emotions with this person, that I almost feel like the people who are around you are going to start saying the exact opposite, and being just saying like, wow, you guys look so cute together. This is so exciting. You're both so beautiful. Like, I just get that they're just, they really just are gossipers, these people. And then the next thing that caught my eye was this: finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And it also drew my eye over to this entrepreneur card. And I kept thinking that you may be a little bit stressed right now financially or with work. For some of you, I feel like you might even have just recently been let go or quit a job. And I can see that it's been like something that has put a lot of stress on you. And if that isn't the case, I still get the impression that finances aren't where you would like them to be. And I can just see that you might have told yourself or told others that you're too busy to date, you're too busy to have a partner or a relationship because you just work so much. And they're just sort of pointing this out here, which is might even be why I can see that this relationship might have like come up. And like I said, I really feel like the importance here is really just reminding you about how good love feels and the excitement of new love and yeah, that kind of type of connection. And I feel like what they're saying is they would like to see you remembering that you're here to experience things, to have these types of fun interactions, these type of exciting connections with others, and not to be so focused on work alone, because I don't see that it's making you feel fulfilled. Like I almost see this image of you feeling a little bit tired. I feel like you all are actually quite youthful still, and yet how hard you work or how hard you push yourself to make finances almost drains you and ages you a bit, because it's just so exhausting to not ever do anything for fun. And it's so interesting because I feel like for your career, whatever it is this pile does, you help other people have more fun and find more fulfillment in their life. So maybe you're in an entertainment or service industry, or you might even be in like a healing industry where you help other people get back to feeling good and like themselves. And I feel what is interesting about this card is that it's kind of pointing out that you do this for other people, but you're not feeling it yourself. I literally like see this lady is picking the flowers for other people to smell and to enjoy. She's not actually being able to enjoy the flowers for herself. Okay, the no cards though, we've really got to look into this. That is pretty clear. No, and then no with an exclamation mark. Something around this, when I first saw this one, I thought it was talking about a situation or an idea you might have been having about taking someone else's advice. And take this as you will. I mean, this is definitely one of those things that I think is speaking to your intuition, to what you've been wondering about, what you've been contemplating. Because when I see this, I feel like someone's given you advice or someone said you should do something and you're contemplating doing what they said, even though it doesn't quite feel like the right choice for you or like the right solution. And I feel like when I see this card, is saying, no, don't listen to someone else. Trust yourself. Like I see this card and I see that you're capable of so much more than what this person has suggested you do, or like a box someone has put you in. Don't go down that path. Find another option. Do a little more research, whatever it is. Just trust yourself, because just get that whatever it was, whatever thing you've been contemplating, doesn't fully align with just how capable and great you are at whatever it is you're doing. That's so funny. It seems a little vague, but I just, I get that it was like limiting you, or it's something that you're considering taking that's gonna not be the right fit for you. And you've had thoughts around that. So if that resonates, that would be the answer for that question. And let's go and see here. The next message I started coming out to me really clearly as well. I was looking at this energy work card and I kept looking at it and it felt like it kept saying to me that you are a pearl. You are a pearl. So then I got thinking, what does a pearl mean? Other than they take a long time to form. So I just was thinking that this card's trying to say is that you have a lot of wisdom that you've gained through experience or over time. Because pearls take a lot of time to form. And it says here, life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So I kept seeing this, and oh, there we go. It's better in frame now. I just kept thinking about that. So this kind of got me thinking about this career thing, how some might just be in a career that is limiting them, that they can't move up in. And this could also be why you're feeling a little bit like blocked, or, you know, not like you're growing. And I find when we're in that stage in life, we can feel a little bit lost. Like, what are we doing now? I can't move forward in my career at the place I'm at. I don't know if I want to change jobs. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just feeling a little lost. And when I see this card and the entrepreneur card, it kept sparking this thought in my head that you all are quite ready to take the next step, to level up, to advance. Because what I'm seeing here is that you already have all this like really great experience. Like it's saying like you have wisdom, you are an expert at what you do. And even when it like, if you don't literally do energy work, that's totally fine. What this card is symbolizing is that you've become quite good at what you do. So if it's helping people heal, helping people have more fun, like literally if you're in some sort of entertainment business, it's saying that you are quite good. You know what people want, you know what people need. And I see that when you work, you really like, you are the thing that makes your work great. You are like the star of it. So when I saw that and the entrepreneur, it says self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyal by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So it just kept making me think, and I kind of thought this is also where this card was saying no, if you've been considering just doing a job or taking on a new job that would be about the same level of what you were just doing that you've outgrown. I think that's where the no is coming from. I think what it's saying is it's time for you to really take charge, to step up and level up, because you are so ready for this. You have been ready for it for a long time coming. And like I keep getting is that you really are the gifted person at doing this. Like if someone let you go, I really feel like that was divine. Like they should never have, because you're way too qualified for what you were doing. But I get that it was almost like they let you go to help push you into stepping into this new role, stepping into starting your own business. Because as it says here, like there are so many great ideas that you have that might not have been heard or quite in sync with the job you were doing. Like maybe the company's objectives or limitations wouldn't allow you to create these better ideas or bring in these like greater ideas. And everything here is saying like if you were fired, if the place you're working at went under, if you're just feeling blocked and lost, it's really time for you to start taking some steps to be your own boss and really bring those ideas and those ways into the physical reality. Because I keep seeing this, like you're ready to take charge. You're ready to grow through this experience and really share all that wisdom that you've collected through your experience with others. And as the angels say here, that you're not going to be on your own. They said that they are here. Let's see. I'll read it again. just in case you didn't hear it, it says, "We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways." And then this is also interesting because Archangel Michael is a very protective angel, says, "I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose." So this really also made me think that they are trying to shift some things. So if you have been like, okay, I've started to think about this, I've been thinking about going off on my own and starting my own company or my own independent work with this, everything here is saying like they're helping you clear the path and get you there. And then the other thing I found very interesting is the concept of you all choosing this amethyst. Amethyst, when I see it, is telling me that you're trying to learn to really follow those like divine guidance, your intuition, and that you're really trying to follow it, you're trying to hear it better, you're trying to be more connected to it. So that is really great for this pile, because everything here is saying that you're essentially going out on a leap of faith on yourself, and the angels, your guides, they are saying that this is part of your life purpose. Like, you are doing exactly what you should be doing. If there has been any setbacks, it's because they were essentially got you freed so you would have the opportunity or the motivation or the time to take this new step, to start doing it as your own business, as, like I said, entrepreneur. So that's really exciting. Let's see here. Kind of want to read some of these here. So here it says, "If you are living every experience fully, then death doesn't take anything from you." That kind of made me think about this finance and career card, where it was showing me that you've just worked really hard in the job that you have or had, to the point where you weren't really experiencing your own life or feeling that satisfaction or that fulfillment or joy that you were bringing to others. And here's just a little thing saying, like, I guess I got it in my head that some people say like, oh, it's really dangerous to do that, or you might die. And then this card, I feel like, comes in and says, well, the worst case, if you do something scary and you die, well, at least you would have went out having fun. You would have went out living it. You would have went out taking chances and not regretting what you did or didn't do in life. So I'm not trying to tell anyone to go, do anything dangerous, but it's just saying maybe don't live so cautiously, that you've lived very cautiously for a while, and now it's time for you just to really let loose. Like, think about all the things that you want to experience. And actually, this is when I was pulling cards for the collective, there was a message that came through saying that was important for everyone who like got this card reading today, to take time to reflect on what had happened in their lives or where they are in their lives that they don't like. Like, what do they feel right now? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel unmotivated? Do you feel like there's a bit of depression? Do you feel lonely? And then to really take the time to actually feel those emotions and ask yourself, what are the consequences of continuing to live this way? Like, what are the consequences? If you continue to live this way, what does your future look like? What your present looks like, you know what your past looks like, what does the future? If you change nothing, think about the future. Odds are is that it's going to look just like how your past and present have, if you're on the exact same trajectory. So it's saying to really take time to acknowledge that, reflect on that, and then decide what you do want. how you do want to feel. Do you want these fun romantic partnerships? And do you want to feel good? Do you want to be your own boss and someone who has more time to live their life, smell the flowers, but also keep providing this amazing service, this amazing healing that you've provided for people for years now? So it's just kind of saying, just reflect on that. And it's really important to acknowledge the lows, because when we're in the lows, that's what makes us so grateful for the highs, because we know what it was like to not feel as good as we did. We know what we were doing and how trying to stay comfortable can sometimes actually lead us to the most unsatisfying life. But we need to really realize that. I hope that makes sense, because that was a big thing in what was going to come out. It said it was getting back to integrity and reconciliation with ourselves. And that's what I got from that. So yeah, this pile actually fell in very good for what it said was going to come out in these card readings. It said also that a lot of people who were feeling this way and needing this card reading were feeling a lack of direction, or not certain if a union or a possibility of romance would be in their life. And everything I see here says that you are headed in a new direction. It does need to be a new direction because you're not happy with the direction it's been going in. And that, yes, love is possible for you and you have time for love. And it's definitely, I already see that there is someone here that you have like these little smitten feelings for. And to just start really paying attention to what it is you want. Actually, when I see this no card now and I look at it, I see essentially someone who's a bit of a daydreamer and someone thinking about what could be what they want sometime. And then I see like this angel comes down and is like, hey, wake up. Wake up. What are you even doing? And there's like this party going on over there. You can have everything. You just have to look up. You have to wake up and look up. And I kind of see this message coming through for this pile where it's like, I guess I keep getting the words like, hear the call. See your purpose. Know that you are made for greatness and you're made to experience whatever you choose to experience. So I see like, when I see this, no, I almost see it as like a wake up. What's happened? What's going on? And I almost see like this calling to come back in alignment with your purpose and what fulfills you, and finding, what's that called? Taking charge. That's what it is. Taking charge and moving forward. Because I actually think maybe when you guys started in this business, you thought someday I will be my own owner. Someday I am going to start my own company and I'm going to do this for people because it helps, because it brings a smile to people's faces. And I think this could even be that like, wake up, remember the dream. It's still there for you. You can still have it. So here we go. Here's another card I'll just read here. It says, you think the solutions to your inner problems is the world outside, but nobody has ever truly become okay by changing things outside. There's always the next problem. And true personal growth is about transcending the part of you that is not okay and needs protection. So how I see both of these cards is really saying, I kind of actually see it a little, I see it as sometimes the people around us make us think that like an emotional, like depression or dissatisfaction or being bored can just be changed if we get like a new item, if we go shopping, or if we portray a different image on the outside, if we convince others that we are happy. And I feel like what this is just coming in to remind everyone is that to change an inward emotion, you have to change something within you. To change the outside doesn't change the inside. So I see this as if you have been feeling dissatisfied or depressed or lonely, then it's time to start addressing that specifically, as like that is the root cause. So I think this comes back to really reflecting on what got you there, what created those emotions, what in your life is creating this space where you feel that way, like you don't feel, like I think lonely is a thing. Feeling like you don't have a lot of deep connections outside of your work. I do think in your work you do connect with people a lot, but it's almost like you need people to support you back. So it's just, yeah, just saying some reflection would be great. And remember that inner child work is not the funnest thing, but it does create a lot of change and shifts within us. I do want to just comment on let yourself receive. Says, allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. I feel like I see this, I've been seeing this specific card a lot lately in people's card readings. And I do also think I see it a lot when I see that someone works a lot and the work they're doing is helping other people or making people happier. And then the worker usually, so you, is really tired and not really feeling fulfilled or satisfied, but everyone else around you is feeling better. And here's just like that little reminder that you also deserve to feel good. You also deserve to get spoiled. And you also deserve to have people help you out and support you and just have quality time with people. I think I get that a lot from this one, is more letting other people hear your burdens and support you and be there for you and comfort you and just hold space for you. I think that's more of a block than actually maybe receiving in other ways. It could also be there, so you take the message as you need it, but I really feel like for this is like a connection thing, because I think this pile often supports other people, but doesn't always let other people support them, which is tricky. It would feel a bit lonely because you'd know so much about others, but they wouldn't know what you were really going through emotionally, whether you're going through a hard time or a good time. But just sort of to get to the ending of this reading, when I see this here, and I see Archangel Michael, and he has like all this lavender here, for me this is such a message saying that times of more calm, peacefulness, and clarity are coming your way. That things are shifting for the better. There is change coming in, and that you're not alone. That was communicated a couple of times here, just even in the language, that they're really here for you. The angels are watching out for you. They are encouraging you. And I know that you have gone through some things that just were confusing and didn't feel very high vibrational, but how I see it here is they just almost needed you to get to this place, this lower place, so that you would be motivated and you would be passionate about leveling up and taking steps to get out of this. So I don't think you have to learn things the hard way, but I think that's just the way it has worked out. So though this does feel like a really low time, what I get is that this is going to be that moment you look back at later where you're like, it could have gone both ways, but I chose to level up. I wanted change. I made my dream become reality. I needed this low to remember what I wanted for myself and who I wanted to be. And I see this kind of energy coming in. So although it feels not ideal, there is like this great power in you right now. This life-changing decision kind of power coming in, where there's lots of reflection, there are some lower parts, but then there's like all this passion that will come in and fuel you, and you'll have like a vision of what it is that you want. You'll know exactly what you need to do, and I just see a lot of growth and a lot of new things coming in, like everything just changing, but for the better, to reach that dream that you have. And I really am so excited about this little love connection for you all, because it just feels so light. And that's what I think is so great about it. It doesn't feel heavy, it just feels light. And almost makes me think of like when you're a kid, like a teenager in love, and there's lots of hormones and everything's just great. Yeah, it's just fun and easy. So that's really cool to have come in as well. Okay, I think this is all I have for you all right now. Hopefully that answered some questions for you, and you all have a great day. I'll see you around. You've got this. There is a lot of big things coming your way. Definitely. You keep following that intuition. It's definitely getting all the right information. It's just waiting for you to trust it. Hello, Pal 2. You all chose this piece of citrine, which is super cool. It right away gives me the impression, especially with reading the quote off of here, where it said, most of life will unfold in accordance with forces far outside your control, regardless of what your mind says about it. Awakening consciousness. And I just kept thinking how this pile has a lot of really good things coming its way. Like citrine, if you don't already know this, is like a abundance stone. It's good for money, success. It's said to be like very joyous because of the color, and that it brings a lot of good fortune in, so happiness and monetary abundance. So super great stone to have decided. So I'm just gonna put these out, and then we'll go over what they all mean a little bit more. Like you might have got an extra card or two here. This here, and we'll put that there. Okay, I think you can see all of them. So really neat here. I'm hoping the more as I say it, the more sense it will make to me. But there's about 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. There's 11 of these cards. All have a message where they just say listen, or wanting you to be able to hear them. And this is coming from your guides and your angels. So I'm going to talk a little bit more and see what they mean by that. Another message I see in a lot of this is about being able to get your body in a physical state where it's more calm so that you can better hear. They have some guidance around that. But I'm trying to see if they mean, like, I think they're saying that so what I am getting from this is that there's two things they're really wanting you to be able to hear better. One is your own intuition. So what I get is that, like it says, cleanse and detoxify, tranquility, fresh air. These are cards that come up when there's a lot of stress on a person. So when there's lots of stress, it's really hard for us to hear our higher self or our intuition, because stress does trigger a lot of fear to come up. And fear, in my opinion, is usually just our ego kind of taking over what we have to say and what we hear. And so a lot of the guidance here is just saying, I'll reword that. So a lot of it is coming up because it's saying that there could be a lot of stress on you right now, and it's really hard to hear our own intuitions, to hear our own higher self when our ego's coming up and creating all these like fear-based thoughts or stress-based thoughts. And I can just see that it's making life just like not very fun for you all right now. Like that might be like the lighter way to put it. So they're just trying to give advice on how to get you back in that like higher self connection that you normally have or you have had, but I just see like a lot of stress, a lot of just outside factors have come up and have been affecting you. So I do think the lesson is how to get you back to that more calmer, higher connected state that you usually have had. And I think it's also so that you can hear the messages from your guides and angels easier, because if the ego is more activated in us, and I'm sure you've noticed this, it can be hard to hear like angel signs or guides messages. So you might not notice like when numbers come up as much. You might not see the messages because you won't like hear their little whispers essentially. So this card over here, though, does say that they are leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps. I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So that's why I think their main focus here is, okay, how do we get the stress down, the ego back to where it should be, so that everything you're asking for and are wanting, you'll be able to hear it and receive it. Because what I'm getting here is that they are answering you, but you just haven't been in a place where you can hear them lately. I don't think this is a normal state for you, especially when I saw like the citrine. I was like, oh, you feel like you're very like happy, go easy, smiley, good-natured people, but I think you've just sort of gone into this phase or this cycle where a lot of stress and fear came up. So now you're trying to get back to how you used to be, all the messages you used to hear, and just a better place. So the advice they have around that, let's see, right away I'm seeing tranquility and fresh air. They're equally feeling important. So it says, make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. And you know how I see this is really quite like alone time. Oh, sorry, I have to change my camera battery really quick here. Okay, so how I see this here is that it's really saying that you all need some much needed alone time type of self-care, where if you like Epsom salt baths, that would actually be great. That would go really good with this cleanse and detoxify card. You know what's really interesting? It got me just suddenly thinking about if you do like a body scrub ever, or if you like going to a spa from time to time and they put like some kind of like, like a body scrub, a mud scrub, something like that. I really see that it would be great to literally physically like remove the old skin from yourself. Like how that would look energetically would be getting rid of this old energy that you've been stuck in or caught up in, and just letting go of that stress. Also, Epsom salt is really good for getting out old energy, old negative energy. So there's just a lot of things that would be really great about that. But then I also feel like just having time where you can breathe and relax and not have to interact with anybody else. I feel like whatever it is that you do for work, you interact with a lot of people. I think you organize a lot of people. I think this pile is like a manager or a boss of other people. Sorry, I've said people a lot, but I kind of get that impression because I almost get that for you to relax and de-stress, you need to not be around other people's problems for an hour, an hour a day or an hour a week. Whatever you can kind of manage right now would be ideal. And I don't often see this, but I actually feel like for you, if having a glass of wine and having a bath is like really relaxing and makes you feel good, then I feel like it's saying that, like, just do whatever it is that makes you feel good. And I have to say that I usually don't even get that they encourage drinking, but I feel like for you, it's like very symbolic, like this one glass of red wine It's all you have is one, and it just makes you really go into this state of you're prioritizing yourself. You're doing this to spend time with yourself. And then, yeah, the Cleanse and Detoxify card here, it says, with great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. Wow, so that's crazy that this one even says stress. Definitely a lot of stress for you. And how I see this card is that they're really saying, like, this is affecting a lot of your life right now. This stress, this ego kind of coming up and bringing a lot of fears and worries. And I just see, like, this is more of who you are. This beautiful, free-spirited, easygoing, lovely person. And it actually really aligns really nicely with the Citrine. Like, I get like this energy through this card. But we've just are needing to clear some I guess, like it said, detoxify your body a little bit. Detoxify physically, I think, is actually really important, because I think it started to affect your physical health, and then also emotionally. So let's see, what are other things it's saying here? So I actually should just talk about the fresh air card, because that goes really well with these other two, where it was saying your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and wisdom to refresh your home as well. Okay. Yeah, and I just look at this card and I just see, like, yes, this will be really good at helping you clear your mind and connect you to that intuition, that knowing that you usually have and are really connected to. So I just see it as, if you can go outside in a garden and just maybe every day, depending on your weather, you just open the door, you stand outside, you take 4 deep breaths outside, and you come back in, and that's how you start your day. That seems very strange maybe, but I feel like that would be a great way to start off great. Like, really clearing out your body, clearing your head, and really calling in, like it said, like that higher energy from the outdoors, like that purified air from trees and grass and plants that creates for you. I almost want to put this card over here, but you can't quite see it there. I'll just shuffle these. Okay, so those are just sort of some little tips they have for you on how you can start to feel more like yourself again, start to have more of a clear head. And when I say more of a clear head, I just feel like there's just so many thoughts going on about responsibilities you have to be doing or taking. So it's really saying to start doing those routines again, where, like, here I got like cleanse and detoxify. I feel like you already have like a thing that you do to cleanse your energy or take care of your body when it's needing more support. And it's really just reminding you to do those things. Taking, I think, Epsom baths would be very good. Making sure you have like an hour, I would say at least an hour a week, but if it's possible, maybe an hour every day to kind of just have your time where you prioritize you and essentially calming yourself down. And then I do think if you could, yeah, like I even said, open the windows and call in like that higher energy into your home to clean it out, that fresh air. Start your day off by taking a few deep breaths out from outside, and then continue on. Like maybe you just make your coffee after that in the morning, or you do a meditation, but just try to start by taking in a few deep breaths from outside first. And that, I think, will just be like this small short-term action steps that kind of their snowball effect will be that it will bring more balance into your day. Okay, and then the next thing I'm getting here, this card here, it says, as you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, spirit becomes your state. When I read this, I was thinking about releasing control, or trying to control, or think about all the things you have to do or arrange or take care of, just releasing that and having like those quieter moments or meditation moments. Maybe just even do a 10-minute meditation a day. I think it could be good if you did this in the evening, because I have an impression that you might not sleep very well as of lately because of all these thoughts and like the stress emotion behind the thoughts and needing to find a solution. So if you have thought about it, or if you used to do a 10-minute meditation before bed, I would start doing that again. And then it also makes me think about how this card was saying that your guides and angels are trying to bring the answers that you're asking for in your dreams and through your intuitions and your thought. If you did a meditation before bed, like I said, it only would have to be like 10 minutes. If you could do longer, that's great. But I have the impression that you're short on time or feel short on time. So I'm not going to ask for more than 10 minutes. But this would help you clear your mind and calm it down and be more receptive to remembering those dreams or hearing those messages in your dreams. So I think these two cards really work good together with the meditation and dream time. Also, sometimes we do need to just consciously say before bed. You could write down a reminder somewhere, or as you set your alarm or something like that for the next day, that you can ask the angels to bring you answers in your dreams and ask that you remember them, or something along those lines. You ask that the angels heal you as you sleep, or bring you peacefulness as you sleep, or help your body detox as you sleep. Whatever it is, you can ask for that. But if you want to remember it, I usually find you have to intentionally state that you do want to remember it, do want to know, or whatever it is. And then let's read this one here. It says, most of life will unfold in accordance with forces far outside your control, regardless of what your mind says about it. So that one also made me think about how I have the impression that this pile is a manager or a boss or something like that. And that this kind of goes well with the whole, I think your mind just like has so much going on in it at night, probably all during the day as well, about how can you fix this problem? How can you change this thing? And it's really saying that you can't control everything. Human error is real. People are gonna be people. They don't always understand. And not to get too hung up on that and release responsibility for everyone else's actions, which I know is always easier said than done. So that's just the message. I'll let you do with that as you will. The next thing I want to go in here, this compromise and reconsider card. And be assertive. It's so interesting because when I saw these cards, I actually got the impression that this card here was saying, try to be more assertive than aggressive. Like often people can make mistakes where you're at, whether it's the people underneath you, whether it's maybe you have kids and they're always doing silly things. It's saying to try to change the energy a little bit and have it be more of an assertive place. I know it's kind of hard to say that and receive it nicely, but I'm just going to maybe trust that that makes sense to you. You can almost see that, like I said, I see that you at your heart are this easygoing, like loving, compassionate human. But I feel like with the stress, sometimes the ego comes up and it can almost be a little more sharp with people. That's the word. There we go. It can be a little more sharp in how it's communicating than how you actually intend it. So when I see this card, I feel like it's saying to to focus more on just being assertive and stating like what the expectations are, why they are the expectations, and asking, I almost get like trying to see if the expectations were unreasonable or unattainable, and then enforcing that they are the expectations. But yeah, I really just get that it's like they're almost afraid to bring a problem to you. And I mean, like I said, sometimes I think these really are just human error. Sometimes it is the person maybe really shouldn't be working there still, but I just get that there might be more consequences to them not being able to approach you and hear the problem than there is if you could know about the problem in the beginning. So I think that's what it's kind of talking about here. But like I said, only ever take what resonates. I got that with these three here. So I kind of got like the compromise energy, I think was, as a card reader looking at this, that some of these are like adults I think that you're dealing with, to treat them a little bit like kids, like how you would be with kids. Oh, that's a great way to say it. Like when they make a mistake, they are essentially going to come to you like a child would and have like some shame. Some might try to hide it. Some people might lie. And I really get that it's calling on you to be more of like this understanding parent who still enforces the rules though. Someone who isn't going to say, well, that's okay. No problem, because it is a business. But it's also saying to, yeah, I feel like I just like, when I see this, I say like, come at it with a little more gentle energy, because if you've had problems with people not telling you problems until they're huge, I think this is it. They're just like really scared, like kids, of the disciplinary actions. So they're just hiding it, which doesn't help anyone, I'm sure. So I think that's what I'm getting from that one. And then let's see here. I do get this is for a relationship. Sometimes these cards can be used for career, but I don't know. I do feel like these two specifically are actually more relationship. And paying attention to the red flags, this one has me a little bit stumped. Other than it telling me to just make sure that you are paying attention to your intuition and trusting what you know or think to be true, I think it's more business partner related, just making sure that you're trusting anything that you've been feeling uncertain about, or maybe this is even the root of a stress, but just trusting that, not to go looking for problems, but just to be open to seeing what's happening there. But I do think this is more business related. Where when I look over here, I think these two are more relationship, like partnership, romantically related, where it says trust and honeymoon, because I almost was getting the energy of like what's been going on with the work and the stress has put a little bit of a divide in the relationship. And when I see trust, I get the situation is calling for you to have faith and enjoy the bliss holiday time together. I almost get that it's important for you all to take a little bit of time, whether it is literally like a vacation you've been thinking about going on with this partner, or if you're just going to spend like a couple of days or a weekend with them where you like put away the cell phone or the computer for work and you really just prioritize them. Like I get that. I mean, always follow your intuition. Everything here is saying it's important that you do. But as a card you're looking in with very little knowledge on the romantic partnership, I get that this is actually really good. Like foundationally, it is really good. There is love there. It just feels a bit disconnected. At the moment, I feel like there's just been so much going on that it has gotten put on the back burner. But how I see this though is I think that this relationship is actually quite good. The partners are actually quite balanced for each other. But I do see that like your partner and I think yourself have been a little bit defensive with each other, because like without having been prioritized or the relationship being prioritized because of all this stuff coming up with work and stress, and maybe even kids, I think. It's just like both of you have been a little bit wounded or a little bit hurt because the other one hasn't been like prioritizing how you've been feeling or been affected or known how to meet your needs, and vice versa. It feels very mutual, like there's a bit of a wounding, but as I have to reiterate, at the core, this relationship does feel very good. It does feel very sweet, and I do feel like there's a lot of love there. Just both partners are a little bit defensive right now with each other, which is why I think it says calling for trust. Just trusting that this is gonna pass, that this is just like a weird phase, but that there is like a lot of love here in this connection. But it is needing to be given the time, if that makes sense. Like I do see that it does need a little bit of nurture, a little bit of attention, and I even see like, I think the angels quite like this connection too. Like I see the angel there, and it's really like looking over this couple, and I see this one here is like helping the woman out, like making sure that they know that this is good. So I do get that this is like a good partnership from what I can see. It's just going through a little bit of a rough spot right now. Yeah, and as I look more at this, I actually wonder if there has been something financially that you've been wondering about with your career or business, or how something's being spent. And I think this is where this is coming up. So just do remember, this is a general card reading, and I don't want anyone thinking that they need to go and like worry about anything that they weren't already worrying about. But I just am getting something around the message. If you have been worried about how something's been held with finances or with like a certain work partner or something like that, to maybe follow your instincts a little bit. And yes, I don't know, something's there. Okay, I actually think this might be all the messages I had for you. I don't know if I read this card, so I am just going to read it as like the finish. It says, listen, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet, receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires' manifestations. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. So this is kind of goes back to that meditation state, that taking time for you state, so that you can better hear them again and hear yourself, your higher self, not the ego. Because I do have to say, I think the ego has popped up a lot and is just becoming quite stressful for you right now with how much it's been in the head. There is a lot of busyness in your life right now, but I think the overall message is to find ways to slow down, to create that peacefulness within yourselves again, and get you back to that sunshine, abundant state that you are naturally aligned with. Yeah. Beautiful card. Okay. If you'd like to receive the Reiki healing, it is at the end of it. If not, I will see you around. Best of luck. I hope you take some time for yourself today and you get some fresh air. Hello, everyone. You all chose this clear quartz for pile 3. Okay. I'm just going to put them all down and then we'll look at what you got. Ooh, lots of love cards here. Okay, well this card reading is going to be really fun. I kept wanting to do a love reading today, and I think it's because of this pile, which, I mean, it came through anyways, so here we go. So one of the reasons why you all might have been attracted to this clear quartz cluster is that it helps you focus in on what you want. It helps you really know what you desire so that you can manifest it in stronger. So it kind of just clears out the old and focuses you on what your priorities are, what you really want. So everything in here, and I could be wrong, but I have the impression that most people who are picking this pile is because you want a soulmate, a forever partner, you want marriage, you want an engagement, you want to have a great honeymoon. That's you want just like this partnership where you all are everything to each other and you're very supportive, and it doesn't feel codependent. It just feels like soulmates, I guess. Super loving, super fantastic, very divinely orchestrated. That's the type of word I want to use here. There is a lot of white though that's catching my eye, and yes, white is associated with weddings, but it's telling me that there's like, I think this is why I don't believe this has come in yet. I believe this is a future thing you're inquiring about, because I see that there's a lot of clearing that's happening, a lot of healing on your half, a lot of growing for this union to come in. But when it does, I do get the impressions that it is like, what's the word? Like these two cards here is like the yin-yang relationship. You might be opposites, but you're also just so perfect together. The other part kind of, the other puzzle piece, I don't know, I'm getting like words like that. And it's so interesting that I have like black and white here, black and white here. I don't know, something with that. It's like really powerful visual for me. So I do think there's going to be like a couple of stragglers who are watching this who have cold feet for a wedding. I got a little bit of that energy, but the majority, you are here because you just want to know if this is coming in for you, if this is right. So I'm wondering how to address this for those stragglers who are like, I don't know, am I marrying the right person? I'm just like freaking out a little bit. Messages for you all quick, because I don't know if you actually are going to want to listen to all this. How I see this, that's like where I saw like make the effort comes through for you all. Make the effort. There was something I caught at the end of your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith. And where was it? The chance meeting of this person is no mistake. Trust was a big one. Trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. Just like trust whatever your intuition is saying to you. Like just follow that. You know what's best for you. Don't let ego or your fear get in the way. Just know and trust it. So when I see the unlikely thing here, I feel this is more for, this is kind of saying for those people that it's unlikely that if you're, say, not feeling like you should be marrying this person, that will change once you're married. And if it's saying that if you're just in your head and wondering if you should, if you're ready for marriage because this is a huge responsibility and it's so important to you and you're not at all thinking about the person, you're just thinking about fears around marriage, that I feel like it's unlikely that you're going to regret marrying this person. It's just the fear from ego that's coming up. So just trust that for yourselves if you're one of those people who are wondering about that. Okay. And now I'm going to move on to the majority here. So the majority here are trying to manifest in or want to know if it's even coming their way, like this soulmate, this lifelong partner. They want the marriage, they want the engagement, they They really just want all the bells and whistles. And what I'm getting is that you are going to get them. It isn't just going to be like a small marriage where you're not really engaged and you don't really celebrate it and you don't really spend time together afterwards, really like being excited about it. I have all the opposite impressions. I see here, sorry, there's a lot going on. Like I actually, like when I saw the unlikely card, for those of you who are wondering about all this, what this means to me is it's unlikely that you don't get married. It's unlikely that you don't find your soulmate. Like it's so unlikely that doesn't come in, that they're almost like, we won't say no because you have free will, but it's so likely to happen that I just have a hard time not seeing this coming in for you. So there is a few things that they're saying. Father healing, your personal power increases as you give any father related issues to heaven. So as I was saying for the clearing thing, is that although right now you're like, I see no men in sight, I see nothing coming my way, I don't know what to do, it's saying that the healing thing is important. You healing, you're wounding that old type of person you attracted in. You want to get rid of that old type because that old type isn't your soulmate. That is your partner for life. That was like the type of soulmate where you learn a lot of hard lessons, but you don't really want that type of relationship moving forward. So they're saying, trust us, you're going to grow. And when you grow and ascend to like this higher version of yourself, this more fulfilled and empowered, strong version of yourself, all this comes in. And how I see it is so worth it. Like you all want this so bad and you're going to get the works. So much so. Like I just see making the effort is important. And I know this is this is really saying like doing your personal work, doing that inner child work, doing that emotional work is so, so key because it gets you to this higher level consciousness, this deeper partnership. Let's see. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. There we go. So it's saying that you are all becoming more open to it. It's hearing you. It knows that this is what you want, but there is just some work to do. But do trust that it is coming in. Like the new partner thing, a chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by the sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So this really does say like everything is happening just as it should. And that, let's see, that this is a soulmate relationship. When you say you will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, this tells me this is one of those relationships where you've been with them in many past lives. You do always find each other and you will find them. You are going to be aligned with them. There is going to be a wedding. There is going to be just so much love in this connection. And when I see like retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. I really feel like the two of you are each other's world. That kind of love, that kind of like excitement and passion. And even when it says, yeah, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, it's saying if you want this level of relationship, you will have to continue to taking the right steps to working on that inner self and to heal any wounds that you've had. So this one says specifically father, so it could mean that previously the people you've dated might treat you as your father treated you. And it doesn't matter if you are male or female, it's that type of treatment that you would have inherited. If that makes sense. Like if you try to reflect, or you might also have already reflected on the fact that a lot of the ways they treated you or mistreated you in past relationships were the same or had the same feeling that you felt when you were a kid in that relationship. yeah, I don't want to repeat too much information because I know some of you already know that like we do often pick partners based off of our wounding. So a lot of us will date people who are just like our mother or people who are just like our father, despite our genders. We just sort of find that personality type because we know how to handle it. It's comfortable. We just know it and it feels familiar. So that's not the familiarity you're going with this new partner. You're getting rid of that old habit, that old type you used to attract in, and you're trusting yourself and your own intuition and your own guidance. So it says here, you've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. So that's really cool. How I get this is just that the angels are really wanting to support you right now. If there's a certain thing you thought about picking up to grow or to heal yourself, they are loving it. They actually love it. And it could be that you have started journaling, or you've started drawing, you've started maybe even writing a memoir or a book about your life. That might be a bigger task, but I feel like some of you are doing that. Go with it. Follow it. It's all part of your healing journey, and it's all going to lead you to this person, this soulmate that you are definitely calling in. It's definitely on your path. I should say that. Like, I don't see any of this as being wishy-washy. I feel like you all have already decided that doing work is worth it. This reading's coming up to remind you that yes, it is. There's someone outside of you saying, yes, it is worth it. It's not just all in your head. It's not just something you're dreaming about. This is actually going to come in for you. It's amazing. This is an amazing connection. It's very healing. It's very supportive, and it's so, so loving and beautiful. Let's see here. What else can we read? So it says, for wedding, marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. So this is really telling me to keep believing in that soulmate relationship, that true love exists, that people can get married and marriage works. It can work out. It's all good. It's all possible for you. Don't be dissuaded by other people's fears and doubts. I have said in one other pile that I got that a lot of people were being influenced by like the negativity right now, or the fears and uncertainty that the outside world can put on us. And this is really saying, don't let those get to you, because you know what's true for you. You know the path you're destined for. You know what's coming in for you. Trust that, because that is true and certain for you. So actually, I'm almost done here with your reading, because I feel like a lot of this was just like a quick little, hey, like, you got this. This is coming in. You are amazing. You're going to get this catch. This is all in your life path to occur. So this here says, would you like to go beyond yourself? Would you like to feel no edges? And going beyond, I really like the way this card says that. It's really saying that you are limitless. Whatever people might have made you feel like were your limitations or were all you could attain is bull. It's not real. You can have and attain and become whatever you choose to be. And this card here says, that which is holding you down can become a powerful force that raises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. So really another card here saying, trust that all this is worth it. Trust that taking the steps will lead you into the life, the partnership that you so have been desiring. That if you take these step forwards, if you heal these woundings, if you change this type of person you've attracted in previously, it's so unlikely that you will not be aligned with your soulmate, with this amazing partner, with this husband or wife. It's just like written in the books. And I really feel like this is definitely a card to ponder a little bit, because it really just says to me everything this reading is talking about, that you're just an unstoppable force. You're raising up in your vibration, you're raising up in your standards and how you see yourself and your ability to love and your ability to heal, and nothing's going to be able to stop you from getting what you want, from attaining your dreams. Definitely a lot about really stepping into your personal power. Yeah, I love it. This is great. Great energy coming through in this pile. So much excitement, so much great stuff. Lots of manifestation stuff, which I love. Huge manifestation person. This is great. This is super great what's going on for you all right now. So keep up the good work. Don't lose vision. Don't you lose hope. You are like, it's coming in. It's right here. It's worth making the effort for, as it says. Okay, I actually think this is where I'm going to leave it. If you would like to receive the Reiki healing, it will just be right after this pile. If not, no worries. I'll catch you all around. Best of luck. You got a lot of exciting things coming your way. What was I saying? Hello everyone. Okay, so we are going to be doing a Reiki healing session today for all the piles. Each crystal is symbolizing each pile. So please, if you're wanting to receive this Reiki, affirm in some way, say yes, if you'd like to receive it. The intention for today is just to provide you all with a healing and a balancing of your chakras, and just really trying to help recharge your body and your energy systems if you've been feeling a little low energy or drained. All right, I'm going to begin, and I'll be quiet during this time. Okay, everyone, that is the end of this Reiki session. Please drink a little more water than normal today and take a second to come back fully into your body, stretch a little bit before getting up or standing up. As I felt a lot of you were a little bit tired, so I'm hoping that that helped you all out a little bit. All right, I will catch you all around.